Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I finally got myself a set of Himi Gouache. I've been talking for a little bit now that I really wanted to try them and yeah, I finally got around to buying myself a set. I got the dual cups, 36 colors. Um, And yeah, I'm going to be unboxing them in this video. I got them in this really pretty purple case. I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, I'm going to be trying them out for the first time. How do I get the plastic off? Okay. And it's off. Can I slide this off? I didn't want to, but I guess I have to rip it off. There we go. This is the colors that I've got. A lot of greens. We have our mixing space, the colors, again, 2 different whites, that's nice. Our cups and 3 paint brushes. They look really nice. I'm actually happy that this came with paint brushes. I'm awful at opening things. Jesus. Okay. They're really pretty. And here are our cups. I saw quite some unboxings of these gouaches, these gouache paints, and I know that they can make quite a mess. So I'm going to try and be careful, but I don't know how well I will be able to. Yeah, that's annoying. I guess my shaky hands are not helping me here at all. They're so cute though, they look so nice. I feel like at the end of this video I will be covered in paint. So these are all of our paints. Some of these have separated the pigment from like the base. I will need to mix them up a little bit. But yeah, I choose the dual cups just because I get more colors with it. I don't have to do as much mixing, which, you know, it's easier. But yeah, I cannot wait to use those. And I already sketched something that I want to paint. Here we go. This is Robert Robertson, the third from the game Dispatch, and yeah, I'm going to be painting him with this gouache. I really hope that I will like those, but we will see. So yeah, let's get started. First, I need to say that I used a post reference from Melon Soup for this drawing. They're an amazing artist that you can find on Instagram, Pinterest, and Patreon, if I'm not mistaken. So go and check them out because they do amazing poses and amazing art. I started by swatching every single color on a paper from my sketchbook. I have like a miniature version of the sketchbook that I just take paper off for swatches. This way I will be able to tell how the colors will look like in my sketchbook because the paper is not white, it's more of a cream. And it's just that the colors look different on a cream paper, so that's why I do that. There was, I showed you my finished swatches and a comparison between the swatch sheet provided in the set and the swatch sheet made by me. You could see that the colors do differ, but that's just normal at this point. I never expect my art supplies to look the same as the swatches provided by a company. It's never the same, so I don't get my hopes up when it comes to that. I started by painting his skin, and I usually use gouache in a similar way to watercolor, but here I tried to use less water and more paint. Um, kind of, I'm kind of trying to get out of my comfort zone with painting with gouache and just use more paint. It can feel a little bit intimidating. I feel like I have more control when I water the paint down. But yeah, here I tried something different, and I actually quite enjoyed working with these paints. Um, and yeah, this video was supposed to come out a lot earlier. I wanted to post a video like every 2 weeks, but your girl found a job, um, and I didn't really have time in February to do anything. It was um, a very stressful time for me. So yeah, I didn't really have the time to record this voiceover and to edit this video, but here I am finally. Um, and yeah, I don't remember when I recorded this, but it was quite some time ago. But yeah, these paints dry quite fast, which I really like, especially since I'm working mostly in my sketchbook. And I can be impatient. When I work with any watercolor color or water-based paints, I'll usually use a hairdryer to speed up the process a little bit. I really don't feel like waiting for it to dry naturally. But these dried really fast, so yeah, it sped up the process a little bit and made it more enjoyable for me, since I really didn't have to wait that long for them to dry. Let's talk about the brushes a little bit. Um, I got 3 different sizes in my set, a flat one, a rounded flat one, and just a regular round brush. They're a little bit too firm for my liking. I prefer a softer brush, and for some reason I find it very hard to get the paint out of them. Um, it's just really hard to get the paint out. I don't know why. I don't have the same issue with my other brushes. Um, but yeah, other than that, they just seem like good brushes. They get the job done, so I can't really complain much. But yeah, they're a little bit too firm for my liking. The color selection is also fine. My only complaint would be there are 2 like emerald green, turquoise colors. They're quite similar. If you look at the swatch sheet, in the middle at the bottom you can see the two colors. One is just a little bit darker than the other, and I don't really see the point of that. They could have just put a different color or a different green even instead of the two emerald greens. Yeah, but I really like the convenience of these paints. You can just take these out and you are ready to paint. No tubes, no putting them on a palette, not worrying about them drying out. Just take out the palette and paint. I really like that. And I had a lot of fun painting this, and I can see why so many people have bought these paints and have tried them out. They're just fun and convenient to use. I've painted a few things with them by now, all of them in my sketchbook, and I really enjoy working with them. It's an art supplies that I will hopefully continue using for some time. I have a tendency to just forget about an art supply after some time, um, but I hope that I will be using them a lot more often. And I know that some people have had issues with the paints molding. Um, they, I haven't seen any mold on the mines yet, but I think I'm just going to like let them dry a little bit. It kind of defeats the purpose of them being jelly gouaches, you know, but I really don't want mold in my paint, so I think I'm just going to let them dry a little bit before closing the lid. Not not like all the way to the bone, um, so they become chalk, but just a little bit so I don't risk them molding. I really like doing line art with gouache. It's a really relaxing process for me. And it's my like preferred way of using gouache. I just lay down a flat um, base of a color and then I add like lines and details. I don't really blend them on the paper. Um, yeah, I just do what I do. You can see that I already like lined his face, his eyes, and now I'm working on his hair. I'm using a mix of browns for this. Actually, I have another complaint. I have only like two browns, maybe three if you count the one by the yellows. Um, but I think like another one would have been good because I only have like this warm, what is it? Warm deep brown and then this like almost black cold brown. And maybe that is enough, but like I said, there's a lot of greens that I don't really see the point of them being there. And it could have been like swapped out with like a brown, maybe. Because yeah, there's another emerald green now that I see it. It's like above the black paint. So I have like 3 or 4 emerald greens, really similar greens. Um, and I really just don't see the point of them all being there. I think I was still in a dispatch mood while I was painting this. Um, I really like Robert, his character, like, I just really like a tragic character, you know? So, him being the only one without superpowers in a world full of superpowered people, and him being like a retired superhero, one of the most known ones, it's such a good character. I actually adore him. And here I am once again adding some random lines, random shadows, because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun while doing it, so... And here I went a little bit crazy with white paint. I also really like doing that, just adding these white lines with white gouache. It's just really fun to do. And here I'm darkening some lines on his outline. I'm adding some details to his hair, more like wispy hairs. And for the background, I made a mess. I wanted the texture of the brush to be visible, but I don't know if I really like what I did with the background. It is what it is. I didn't really have an idea for it, so yeah. And then I decided that it was going to snow. So I made like little dots that indicate that it's snowing. And then I outlined him because I wanted him to stand out a little bit more. So I outlined him with my white Posca marker. And the little lines are also meant to indicate that it's cold outside. I added some more snow, and I think that it's going to be it. So this is it. This is the finished painting. I honestly had so much fun painting this one, and I'm actually quite happy with how it looks. Yeah, I understand now why so many people like these paints. I know that people have some mold problems with them. I'll see what happens with mine. um, but yeah, I really enjoyed working with these. I really had a lot of fun painting this, and this is an art supply that I'll definitely be going back to. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me paint this. I've got other social media if you'd like to follow me somewhere. I have TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky. All the links will be down in the description below. I hope you're safe whenever you are, or as safe as you can be. The world is kind of crazy right now, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. So bye bye.